Whew, what a day. I'm ready to take a goddamn nap. Alright, got my Jif peanut butter. Think we're good. That's enough shopping for one day. What's that sound? Buddy? Oh, buddy? Got some peanut butter so you can make some sandies after midnight. Hey! What you doing? What you doing? Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Player Display. Alright, we got some work to do. I got another really big package from BBTS, and with that comes something really awesome for us to look at today. This is, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. This is the Gremlins 2, the new batch MOHAWK Mogwai life-size prop from Trick or Treat Studios. These guys were announced on pre-order, I think, several months back, and it was all the Mogwai from Gremlins 2, the new batch, being Gizmo, of course, then you had the Unholy Trinity, being MOHAWK, Lenny, and George, and then, of course, you got Daffy. So it's a really good set, but all a little pricey, so I decided I'm just going to go with one. So when it came to selecting at least one Gremlin, considering the price point and all of that, my brain was saying, like, Gizmo, of course, because he is the Gremlin, right? He's the one that you follow throughout all, the two movies, the TV show I haven't watched, and the rumored third movie, which is friggin' never going to happen. But my heart was saying, get MOHAWK. He's the most stylized of all the Mogwai that we've ever seen. He's got a punk rock thing going on. He's not a Mogwai for very long in the film, but he looks so damn cool. So anyways, enough of that. Let's go into the packaging. And you're saying, like, we got cardboard here. Why are we looking at this? Well, it's because I wanted to show you exactly the presentation that I'm getting. So this cardboard box came inside that cardboard box. So we're going to work from here and just do a full unboxing so you understand what this is like. Obviously, it's coming from BBTS, so you get a box in a box for optimal protection. And the funniest thing about this, I think you've seen it already, is the Keep Dry logo up there. I couldn't stop freaking laughing when I saw that logo up there. But anyways, you got the rest of this box, and the only other interesting thing that I noticed over here is got all this text and stuff. I don't know what a lot of it means, like weight and stuff like that. But also down here, you see number of cartons. Mine says 329 out of 4,000. So I don't know if that's the maximum amount of how many of these are going to be made, or this is the first batch. Get it? Of Mogwai figures that Trick or Treat Studios is going to produce. I'm really just not sure. And that being said, the only other Trick or Treat Studios item I own is the 1/6 scale Terrifier Art the Clown, which I've customized with blood and all of that. But that was a 1/6 scale figure. This guy is life-sized, so I'm really looking forward to this. So that being said, like old times, we got Betsy over here, and we're just gonna cut this thing open. So this is a really big freaking box. I guess we'll start over here to this side, a little bit of care, and across. Nice. So I have seen shots of this figure, but I've never seen a review, so this is going to be as pure of a review as you could ever get. So opening this up, definitely says MOHAWK in there, so it's not an accidental Daffy or anything, which is good. Not that I'd be mad at getting a Daffy, but I really, really want a MOHAWK. You got all the foam corners in here and everything, so that's really neat. A lot of trash, but anything to protect our little fuzzy friend. Oh, boy. Oh, he looks so cool. All right, let's get all the trash out of the way. Taking this guy out. Holy God. Oh, this makes my heart so warm. It looks exactly like the real thing. He looks incredible. Let's get this bag open as well. Like Hulk Hogan in that breaking the fourth wall scene. There we go. Man, oh, man. I just need to admire this for a minute, because this is actually blowing my mind how good this thing looks. This guy costs less than the typical 1/6 scale figure. Hell, he costs less than Art the Clown. This is great value. Just looking at this thing, it looks like an actual film-used prop. Now, one thing I would love to size comparison this guy with, who I unfortunately don't have, is I do possess a 1/1 scale Gremlins 2 Flasher Gremlin, but he's not in my apartment right now, so I apologize for that. The best thing I can offer, though, is my actual authentic 1980s Cooper stripe Halloween costume. So that's the best I got over there. So, alright, do we want to do a comparison now? Let's try that out. Alright, hi, me again. So, here we got Cooper, who's like the height of a kid, basically. And we got me, who's the size of an average adult, I think. Haven't really counted the inches in a while. Then you put this guy on my work computer because I don't care, and it's the size of a Mogwai. He looks really cool. So anyways, I know this is taking a while. I'm just really freaking excited about this dude, so I'm just gonna unpack him. Let's do it. Before we do that, let's actually look at the rest of the packaging. So we got, sorry, I'm really freaking excited. I've lost my whole mojo over here. We got Gremlins 2, the new batch, Deluxe MOHAWK Mogwai Prop, Trick or Treat Studios. Got the actual MOHAWK down there. Off to this side, same stuff, just laid out in a different order. Off to this side, same exact graphics. Off to the back, we have always follow the rules. Oh, of course, here we go. Avoid bright lights. Do not get wet. Do not feed after midnight. Then this is a shot that sold me on the pre-order listings when he's crawling out of the garbage can, as he was in Gremlins 2. And then over here you have the other offerings from the line, being of course Gizmo, George, Daffy, and Lenny. Get Gizmo and the other mischievous Mogwai. Or I could just put this guy in the sink and then I'll have 5 right there. But, you know, to each their own. I'm gonna shut up. Let's fold open that tab at the top, which is not hindered by any tape at all, it seems. Slide this guy out. Ooh, this is a nice backdrop too. It's got like this red mist thing going on. Let's fix up your little, well, MOHAWK up there. He is so cute. Oh, I love this little munchkin. He is bound by a few cords, so I'm gonna need to get Donnie Boy just a minute here. Here's a sucker. All right, so now I'm actually going to pop out a little bit because things are getting quite close and personal. That's why we're not in the review room right now. And it seems like we got 3 ties. 1 tie for each of the rules. How does this work? Okay. It looks like they're not even all the way in. You just got to flip out the main one, it seems. Oh, that one wasn't even fully in. I don't know what was going on there, but whatever. I'll figure that out. Come on, you. There we go. And... nice. Okay. And then, like nothing, he slides right out. Let me have a little look, and we'll begin the actual review. All right, you know what? I'm officially in love. I am obsessed with this thing. He is so screen accurate and detail oriented. Everything here is fantastic. Although, as you'll notice, there are a few little stray pieces of fur that I need to peel away. So that's something you might want to consider doing. So, I mean, I guess we'll just start with looking at the details here. I gotta treat this like an action figure, right? That's the best way to do this. So firstly, let's start with the face, which is the best part of this whole figure, and you have some sculpted in details. This is not your average Furby. We have a grill of sharp teeth over here. There's actually a slight paint chip at the top of that tooth over there, but nothing I can't fix. Then you also got the fleshy little details in there. So you got the eyelids, got the nose, the lips, and the mouth over here. Some really well-positioned eyes. It doesn't look cross-eyed or anything. Another thing worth talking about are the really long ears, longer than the average Mogwai, because he is part of the new batch, and he is, in fact, the leader. Kind of. Brain kind of took the reins, while this guy went on to become a giant spider for some reason. But the ears are really nice. They do have articulation, so they perk all the way up, which is really cool. Sorry, let me push this guy back so you can see a little better. Are these, like, they're on ball joints. They can go in any direction you want. I mean, I'm going to move everything very gingerly on this figure, but yeah, the ears are on ball joints, which is really nice, but at their default position, they still look really great. As for the rest of the looks of this figure, I mean, you got airbrushing on the plastics as well, I forgot to mention that, but the fur is really, really nice, especially on MOHAWK, because it's not just a single color. You do have white sprinkled in, but with a little bit more purpose. There's some more distinct shapes in there, which I really do love. So we have his titular MOHAWK up here. Every batch of Gremlins has at least one Mogwai with a MOHAWK. You actually need to style this guy a little bit. That's like not a downside, it's just one of the things that comes with getting a fully furred up little dude over here. You might want to get a comb and, you know, style the MOHAWK so it's straight up. Out of the box is a little bit bunched down, so you just got to play around with it, get it to the look that you prefer, like get it up in the back there, and then you get more of the spike coming up, and I like that a lot more. He also has a little bit of a beard, which I kind of like, so let's pull that on out, and that is attached to the jaw, as it should be, and that comes down very nicely. I like that a lot. At the torso, 2 stripes going down it. Stripes, get it? Fitting. And then you also have white cuffs around the hands and the feet, and both of them are also sculpted, so let's look at those. As I also try articulating the arms, can you? Yeah, it feels like there's some foam in there, and then there's a fur, and it's all rooted in or something like that. But, yeah, the arm should be able to articulate, but it's a little tough. Yeah. yeah, there's no like actual joints in there, so I'm not used to this. But yeah, the hands look good. Oh, the hands are on a swivel, so that's really nice. Although it does take the fur with it, so you can't do like 360, but that's fine. You don't need to do that. So that's really great. And then down the feet, again, you can make out more of those sculpted details where it's got a combination of just straight up painting everything on and some airbrushing as well. If you pull the fur back, you can also notice you also got not just the toenails, but also a little bit of the extra hangnail over there, which is really good attention to detail. That's really excellent. So yeah, this guy is really incredible. Going around to the back, because why not do a little 360 over here? I think he's too big for my turntable. We have more of those two stripes. Again, just taking my time to, you know, bring everything down. I should have a comb somewhere. I don't use a comb personally, but I should have one. And yeah, you can just toy around with all of the fur that's on this figure over here. Fix it up, make him look nice. Aw, it's like having a little fur baby. That's another nice thing about this figure. I can't have a pet in my apartment, except for cats, but I'm allergic to cats. But hell, I got a freaking Mogwai now, so I feel better. I got a pet. I got a pet, guys. I'm so happy. Now's the intimidating part. Let's go over articulation. And again, I'm going to do so a little slowly because I don't want to push anything or push any joints that don't exist, right? So let's start off with the head. I suspect, ooh, good swivel and tilt. So that's probably, I'd guess, a dumbbell joint. There's, of course, no clothes or fur that we can remove from this guy, so we can't really tell. You do your up. This guy would be really cool for stop motion, too, if anyone wants to bite the bullet and try that out. But, yeah, we talked about the ears. So those are on ball joints. They can go there up, go down. I like that squeak. That means there's good tension in there. They can go in a little bit. Whew, then go back. It's really just this ear that's all squeaky, but that's fine. I mean, once you pose him up, then he's good. Push those back in a little bit. There we go. As for the arms down here, there is a bendy wire. I mean, you can see the difference. If I push that one down, it's down. Push that one up, it goes up. But it's going to rubber back a little bit. It's not going to go up to where you want it. It's not going to stay there. It's going to bounce back a tad. So you want to push it a hair further than where you want it to actually go. So do keep that in mind. Can you go forward? Not as much, and probably same back. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's like a foam cuff going over a really thick wire. Like not just like a cheapo like wire that you'd see in a McFarlane cape or anything like that. It actually feels like industrial strength. It feels really strong. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or anything like that. And then in the shoulders, do we have any? No joints in the shoulders. So you can actually feel the foam body throughout this entire guy. So you can actually tell that the foam in the arms are the same piece as what's contained in the torso over here. As for the torso, yeah, I'm not seeing any place where you could bend it. I don't see any world where you could bend them forward, bend them back, but the head articulation does all that, so that's okay. As for the legs down here, I suspect it's all the same. Let's try that out. They were moving a bit for me before. They do move a bit, but I would advise not doing that because then he'd lose his stature. That's what allows him to stand. But it is in there. And you do have a swivel in the foot. And there's no rocker, but, I mean, come on. Do you need a rocker for this guy? Probably not. I mean, they had limited movement in the movies anyways, so he doesn't need to move a ton. Let's put him beside the other MOHAWK merch that I possess, both from NECA, of course. So I believe, we've talked about this way off in the past, I think the NECA Gremlins are 1/6 scale. And as for the Mogwai, that's the question that we're going to try and answer today. So over here, this is the not really an ultimate release, but standard release of the MOHAWK Gremlin. Not to be confused, of course, with the Spider variant, which I do not have. And he definitely seems like he's 1/6 scale when put beside the standard human-sized 1/6 scale figure. So that's where he lines up. As for the Mogwai dude over here, obviously he is scaled differently from the Gremlin. In fact, this is one of the very first NECA figures I ever owned. This is the initial release of the Mogwai MOHAWK done by NECA. Now, the one I wanted to test is, since we have a life-size one over here, let's check out the scale of, oops, your phone over. I'm just going to put you aside for now. Let's test out the scale of the NECA Mogwai over here. So I assume if we just get them side by side, like so, then we do like a little bit of a just measuring out here. 1, 2. That's what I figured. So the NECA Mogwai are a third scale. That seems about correct, because you put 3 of these guys on top of each other, you got a full-heighted Mogwai, you multiply every single dimension of this figure by 3, then you get this guy. Of course, though, more furry and a lot more screen accurate and more cuddly. If you wanted to snuggle up with this guy, I think you could get away with that. I don't think he doesn't feel fragile either. That's something I should be talking about, the quality of this guy. Everything is holding together really nice. I think the only concern I have is just the fur. You just want to be sure that if there's any loose furs, you just pull them out, get rid of them. Maybe get a comb to help him out a little bit. Treat him like he's an actual fur baby. You know, give him some love, give him some treatment, and he should be better off. But yeah, I'm not going to do size comparisons with MOHAWK and Quash because I think that's totally useless.
I mean, he kind of looks like me. You're not that cool, let it go. Ow.
That's it for my review. Sorry it was a little bit all over the place. I'm just really excited, and I just woke up from a nap that I took right after having a drink of coffee, so my brain's a little bit everywhere. But I got the box, which has some other goodies that we will talk about later, and this guy was the most exciting thing that I was getting. I was getting the standard edition of the McFarlane Christopher Reeve in that box. I was more excited for this, though. He's so goddamn cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what the other Gremlins are like in this line, if you have acquired them. I'm just going to be getting this guy, at least for now. If good fortune comes my way sometime, then maybe I'll get more. If I ever do, then I guess I'd either get strictly Gizmo, or get George and Lenny to go alongside him. But really going to have to think about that one. But yeah, he rules. MOHAWK's awesome. I love the Mogwai, I love the Gremlins. This dude, still blowing my mind. I'm still not used to being in this thing's presence. He looks so goddamn good. So, if this review was useful to you at all, or you enjoy the videos on this channel, or you're new here, then please, as per usual, be sure to
like, comment,
ring the bell to be notified of our latest arrivals, and subscribe.
Yeah, hi, MOHAWK here. If you want to see more from Pod Guy, then please be sure to check out the Pod Plays channel down in the description for some Let's Plays. And if you want to support the channel a bit too, you also got the Pod Patreon, which is down in the description as well. See you around, folks!
Thank you guys very much for watching. Rock on, and I will see you all later.